I was fortunate to have grown up traveling. Each summer, a trip to the airport would signal the beginning of an exciting journey. Today, most of my travel is work-related, but I still find the same excitement I experienced as a child every time I enter an airport. The nice thing about work travel, even though it might not be as exciting as leisure travel, is that it can bring you to places and parts of the world that you would have never expected to travel to. In this instance, I am making my way from my home in San Francisco and flying to the United Arab Emirates, a place I hadn't even considered traveling to yet. I booked a flight through Turkish Airlines bound for Istanbul, where I had a couple-hour-long layover prior to boarding a second flight to Abu Dhabi. Compared to some of the other airlines I've flown with, such as Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines, and even United, I was somewhat disappointed with the cabin. The interior of this flight seemed dated, with a slightly uncleanly feeling. It may have just been the fabric on the seats.
Bağlayıp beyninize göre ayarlayınız ve ikaz ışıkları sönünceye kadar bağlı ve görünür tutunuz. Gerektiğinde gösterilen şekilde açınız.
However, the in-flight meals were pleasant and enjoyable, and the overall service was fine. When we landed in Istanbul, I was quite eager to stretch my legs and go out and explore the airport. The Istanbul airport is a relatively new and impressive facility. It officially opened in October 2018 and is one of the largest airports in the world. The Istanbul airport is massive in size, covering an area of over 76 million square meters. It has the capacity to handle more than 200 million passengers annually when fully completed, making it one of the busiest airports globally. The airport's design features a modern and sleek architectural style. Istanbul Airport's strategic location makes it a significant hub for international travel, connecting Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. It serves as a key transit point for passengers traveling between these regions. While at airports, I typically do expect a markup in price. I was quite surprised with how expensive some of the items in this airport were.
Alright, so far the only complaint I have about this airport is that things are so expensive. I wasn't aware of the conversion rate. I bought a water bottle and a smoothie, and this cost me about 17 USD.
Alright, well, after spending more than 18 hours flying on 2 different planes, I have finally made it to Abu Dhabi. We are staying at the Yas Island Crown Plaza Resort. It's currently 3 a.m., so I think I'm just gonna wait for the sun to go up, and then I'll give you guys the room tour when there's a little bit better lighting in here. Anyway guys, I only have a few days here in Abu Dhabi, so let's get out of the hotel and go explore.
Well, I was thinking of getting breakfast in the hotel, but my COVID test results, they require a negative COVID test, and I took a COVID test last night at the airport. Result hasn't come in yet. So I found a cool looking cafe sort of in downtown Abu Dhabi. Call it an Uber right now. It's like 40 kilometers away and about like 30 USD or something to get down there. So it's actually not too bad. I feel like driving that far in San Francisco costs a lot more. Yes. I'll be honest, you guys, this city is quite incredible. The taxi ride over here was actually like 30 minutes long, so it was a little bit longer than I was expecting to get to downtown. But wow, downtown, you know, take a look at the buildings around here. Like these are got some like residential apartments here. They say 2-bedroom apartments for rent. Definitely residential buildings over there. And the sky, I can't tell if it's like pollution or if this is just like sand blowing everywhere. It might be sand because it's got kind of like a brownish hue to it. Anyway, I'm starving. I have not eaten since my flight yesterday. So there's this cafe over here called Turf. Looks super good. I'm gonna go try it out. Hello. Good morning.
Welcome to Gerald.
Thank you.
You can have a seat, sir.
Okay. This has like a really excellent tomato flavor to it. It's got like bits of feta cheese on it. Just pop that egg, spread that around a little bit. Feta cheese, and then the bread almost tastes like coconut. It's really nice. I just finished up my first meal in Abu Dhabi. Excellent tasting. I love some of the, I don't know what it was. I think the quiche was really nice. I love the coconut taste inside of the flour. Right now I'm just wandering around a little bit, checking out the area. It seems like there's a lot of Filipinos over here actually. A lot of the employees that were working in that cafe were Filipino. And then over here it looks like there's restaurant, Resto Pinoy. I'm assuming this is like a Filipino restaurant maybe.
Unfortunately, as always seems to happen to me, some of my equipment malfunctioned, and I walked around in the intense heat, exploring many sites around Abu Dhabi, only to discover in the end that my microphone and GoPro had completely malfunctioned. So all the talking and commentary from me was not recorded. Luckily, I've gotten somewhat good with voiceovers. Just to summarize, Abu Dhabi is an incredible place to walk around and explore. If it weren't for the heat, I'd imagine many more people would be out walking along this coastal walkway. After wandering around for about an hour, the heat really got to me and I found shelter inside a convenience store and bought some drinks to cool down. The thing that surprises me most about the UAE was the humidity. I honestly felt like the humidity was worse than in some tropical countries I've traveled to, such as Singapore and Malaysia. The air was so thick at times that it felt suffocating. I grew up in Utah, which also has big deserts. The difference between Utah deserts and here though is that Utah is bone dry. It literally sucks the moisture out of your body. Here in UAE though, it feels like the moisture is being pressed out of you. I'll be honest, I really didn't do that much research before coming to Abu Dhabi. I had no idea what to do in the city, and I did what I usually do, wander around until I stumble upon something interesting. I soon encountered a building known as the Qasr al-Hassan, or the White Fort. It is one of the oldest and most significant buildings in Abu Dhabi, and holds great cultural and historical importance. The Qasr al-Hassan is regarded as the symbolic birthplace of Abu Dhabi and has been central to the history of the region. It served as the seat of government and the residence of the ruling family for many years. The fort is known for its distinctive white facades and traditional Arabic architectural style. It consists of two main buildings, the inner fort and the outer palace. The inner fort was built in the 18th century and is the oldest stone building in Abu Dhabi. It was originally constructed as a watchtower and defensive structure. Today, You can visit the Qasar Al Hassan Museum, which was established to preserve and showcase the history and culture of Abu Dhabi and the UAE. The museum tells the story of the city and its development, offering visitors insights into the region's history, traditions, and heritage.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I am done with the Rode mic, the wireless go-to. Basically, I walked around this whole day doing a walking tour only to realize that my mic had basically frozen up and not recorded any of the audio that I had spoke about today. So, well, I was about to wrap up this day and head back because it's so hot, but well, I might head over to one more location and actually get some audio in here. The last place I wanted to check out while I was here in Abu Dhabi today was just this this mall called the Old Souk, or the Souk, at the World Trade Center. So a souk is like an old Arab bazaar, or like a shopping center. Now this doesn't look very old, it looks a bit more modern. I think when I go to Dubai, if I have a chance to go to Old Dubai, there's a more traditional style.
There were some no camera signs in the mall, so in order to avoid being too obvious, I am once again in voiceover mode to wrap up this video. This modern souk had many incredible retail stores, a very large grocer with several American products.
To be honest, this is a really cool supermarket. Like, it has the same vibe as the ones that I would go to in Malaysia. A lot of American products. I literally just bought this the other day, this old-fashioned rolled oats. Like 2 days ago, I bought this.
And even some familiar restaurants. What was most impressive though was this massive slide that went all the way from the top floor to the bottom of the mall. I have a few more videos planned for this series showcasing more of UAE and Dubai. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Help me grow this channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next one.